What's up everyone, it's me, it's Jinsula. Hope you're having a good day, and welcome to another Pokemon Go deep dive video. Today, I'll be going over the Hoenn starter Mega Evolution, Blaziken. Even though most players will overlook this Mega since it is not as strong as other Fire-type Mega Evolutions, I actually think this one is worth using. I'm going to be explaining why in this video, so let's roll the intro and get right into it. Alright, let's talk about Mega Blaziken. So, when it comes to the three Hoenn Mega starters, it seems like Swampert and Sceptile receive a lot more attention than Blaziken. The reason for that is because Swampert is just extremely powerful as a water type or ground type, even beating Primal Kyogre in terms of DPS. And Sceptile being a super high DPS grass type in a field where good grass types are far and few between. But Blaziken often gets overlooked because of Mega Charizard Y, which is often considered the best Fire-type Pokemon currently in the game. While Mega Blaziken certainly has its shortcomings compared to Mega Charizard Y, there are plenty of reasons why it is actually worth using in raids and other PvE content. But in order to best understand this, let's go over Mega Blaziken's details. This Mega Evolution is a Fire and Fighting type Pokemon. It has weaknesses to Flying, Ground, Psychic, and Water type attacks. In terms of resistances, it has a double resistance to bug types and regular resistances to dark, fire, grass, ice, and steel types. This Pokemon gets boosted by cloudy and sunny weather if you were to encounter it in the wild, but most of its best moves are either fire types or fighting types, which get boosted by these weather types. Speaking of which, Mega Blaziken comes with the fast attacks Fire Spin or Counter. Both of these moves are extremely good. If you are using Mega Blaziken as a fire type attacker, go with Fire Spin. If you're using it as a fighting type attacker, go with Counter. Both of these fast attacks are a best case scenario for this Pokemon. You can go either way based on your needs, and it won't gimp this Pokemon's damage. Now in terms of charge attacks, Mega Blaziken has a plethora of good moves you can use. It comes with Blast Burn, which is of course the Community Day exclusive move that will require an Elite Charge TM, Focus Blast, Brave Bird, Overheat, Blaze Kick, and Stone Edge, the latter being only available with an Elite Charge TM. The most ideal moves out of all of these will be Blast Burn and Focus Blast. Both of them benefit from a same type attack bonus, and they are absolutely high DPS on their own. So yeah, unlike most other Mega Evolutions, Blaziken doesn't have a move problem. It has a really good arsenal of attacks, and it has a unique type combination that can prove to be extremely versatile. But why is it considered the lesser Mega compared to Mega Charizard Y? This notion all comes down to Mega Blaziken's stats. It has a base attack stat of 329, which is actually one of the highest base attack stat on a singular Pokemon in this game, a base defense stat of 168, and a base stamina stat of 190. This Pokemon is the very definition of a glass cannon, which is a trait that won't be favorable for a Mega Evolution. Since the value of Megas is determined by how long they last in raid battles compounded by how much damage they deal, other Mega Evolutions like Mega Charizard Y are almost always going to be more preferable considering its significantly higher total damage output. However, I really think this line of thinking is missing a key point. The type combination of Fire and Fighting is actually quite unique for a Mega Evolution. While there are a good number of Fire-type Megas and Fighting-type Megas, there's not a single one that is both. This means you would essentially have to pick one or the other for raid bosses that are weak against both of these types, such as Steel or Ice. This means that only half of the Pokemon in the raid will benefit from the Mega Evolution's damage boost. If you go with a Fire-type Mega, for example, then the Fighting types in the raid won't get a boost. If you go with a Fighting-type Mega, then the Fire types will miss out. Blaziken actually solves this particular issue. Certain Steel-type raid bosses, like Registeel, will suddenly get trivialized because of the all-encompassing damage bonus from Mega Blaziken's duo typing. This one Mega can open up so many doors for duo raids that are considered impossible before. Remember that I said that Mega Blaziken is a glass cannon, meaning it can deal an insane amount of damage but at the cost of lasting shorter in battle. This could be true against certain raid bosses, but depending on what attacks that raid boss has, things could change up drastically thanks to Blaziken's resistances. If you think about Mega Charizard Y, which is the Mega that Blaziken gets compared to the most, it doesn't have a resistance to Ice types. Meanwhile, Mega Blaziken does have a resistance to ice types. This means, in theory, Blaziken will last almost equally in battle as a Mega Charizard Y in an ice type raid, while dealing more damage than Mega Charizard Y because of its higher attack stat. Let's take a look at the fire type rankings on Pokémon Go Hub. If you look at the TDO and overall score, Mega Charizard Y is at number 1, with Mega Blaziken right behind it. However, if we look at the raw DPS rankings, Mega Charizard Y falls behind Mega Blaziken. If you can utilize Blaziken's resistances to increase its survivability, it will be the much better choice over Mega Charizard Y, as it could deal a lot more damage. Of course, the benefits of using a Mega Blaziken versus Mega Charizard Y is going to vary depending on the raid boss. In some circumstances, a higher TDO is going to be much better. But overall, you simply cannot discount Mega Blaziken in every situation. There will be moments where using it over any other Mega could be the difference maker that you are looking for. So yeah, overall, I believe it is a mistake to underestimate Mega Blaziken for raids. It is an absolute beast with one of the highest base attack stats among most Pokemon in the game, and a very good moveset that most other fire types could only dream of getting. If you need a good fire type Pokemon for raid battles, then I would definitely consider bringing Mega Blaziken. By the way, we absolutely cannot discount Mega Blaziken as a fighting type. While it will traditionally be viewed more as a fire type, it is actually a top tier fighting type as well. While it fights for the throne of the best fire type with Mega Charizard Y, it sits there comfortably uncontested when it comes to fighting types. The only other fighting type Mega Evolution currently in the game, which is Mega Lopunny, doesn't even come close. Therefore, if you don't plan to use Mega Blaziken as your fire type Mega Evolution, then you should at least use it as your fighting type Mega Evolution. One final note regarding Mega Blaziken that I have to mention, this Mega Evolution is almost exclusively going to be good for raids and PvE content. Because of its incredibly low defense and stamina stats, it will never be viable for PvP. I mean, when Mega Evolutions are made available for the Master League, the meta is dominated by water types like Mega Gyarados. Thus, it would be an incredibly bad idea to bring Mega Blaziken into the Go Battle League. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Leave your thoughts down below what you think about Mega Blaziken. If you use this Mega Evolution, let me know where and why in the comments, and let's have a great discussion. And if you ended up enjoying this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, big or small, then be sure to check out the links in the description below. For all my patrons, they get a permanent spot on my in-game friends list. So if you want to interact with me in some way, like with remote raids, then do consider becoming a patron on my Patreon. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.